Hey guys, R4GE VipeRzZ here, and welcome back to episode 11 of my Python 3 series. So in this episode, we're going to go over reading from a text file. So the text file we're going to read from is this one here, and as you can see, it's saved in the same location as the file that we're coding to. So to read from a text file, we first need to open it up in Python. So to do that, we're going to type file equals open, and then an open bracket and a close bracket. Then inside the brackets, we're going to put two speech marks, and then inside the speech marks, we're going to type the name of the file. So for me, that is test file. So inside the speech marks, I'm going to type test underscore file and then .txt on the end because it's a text file. Now once we've done that, after the speech marks, we're then going to put a comma, then a space, and then two more speech marks. Now this time inside these speech marks, we're going to put R to tell Python that it's allowed to read from the file. If we put W, then that would tell Python that it could write to the file, and if we put R+, then that would tell Python that it could read from the file and write to the file, but as we're just reading from the file, we're just going to put R. So once we've done that, then on the end, after the bracket, we're then going to put dot read lines, and then an open bracket and a close bracket. So what the dot read lines does is it converts the text file into an array. So now if we come down 2 lines and we print out the file variable that we've created here, if we save this code and we run it, as you can see, it's put each line of the text file into an element in the array. So if we wanted to print out just one line in the text file, then we would just come down to this print here and we would slightly change the file. So we would add onto the end of the file some square brackets, and then we would specify the element that we want to print out. So the way Python works is it labels the first element in an array 0, and then it increases by 1 each element. So if we wanted to print out the first line in a text file, then we would put 0 in the square bracket. So if we save the code and we run it, as you can see, it prints out the first line. Now, if we wanted to print out the second line, then we would just put 1. So if we save the code and we run it, as you can see, it prints out the second line. And let's just have a quick look at the text file. So then if we wanted to print out banana, the third line, then we would put 2. So if we put 2 in here and we save it and we run it, as you can see, it prints out banana. Now that's because the first line is labeled 0, then the second line is 1, then the third line is 2, the fourth line is 3, and then so on for the amount of lines that you have in your text file. Now we do have one problem with this method at the minute. So if I change this back to 0 and then I print it, as you can see, it's including some white space along with the text. So to remove the white space, we're just going to put on the end of this dot strip, and then an open bracket and a close bracket. So if we save this and we run it, as you can see, we now have no white space on the orange. So instead of printing the line, we could also save it to a variable. So if I remove the print statement from around it, and we will just create a variable called test, and we set it equal to this. Then if we come down 2 lines and we print out the test variable, like so, and then we save the code and we run it, as you can see, it prints out the first line of the text file, and that's because we saved the first line of the text file to the test variable and then we print it out. So guys, that's going to be it for this episode. If you liked it, don't forget to the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you another time. Bye.